Welcome to the program. Blxst, artist, singer, rapper, writer, producer, engineer, video editor. Did I miss anything?
I think you hit every nail for sure. Appreciate that intro.
Let's start with the name first, though. New artist, Blxst. It's spelled with. I get it every time we play the song. I'm like, you got if you want to find more music from Blxst, you got to spell it with the X. What's the deal with the name, and where does the X come from in Blxst?
Just to be unique when you search it up on some brand, just thinking about branding wise.
This is super smart because you search Blxst, a million things come up. You search Blxst with an X, and it's you.
Most definitely, yeah. Just putting my little twist on everything, you know.
The Deluxe EP dropped at the end of last year. It's kind of like an album though now. If you're gonna add six extra songs to it, it's 14 songs total. It's like an album at this point, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Initially, I was just feeling like I needed a body of work. You know, I was putting out a bunch of singles, and they was buzzing. So I felt like it was time for a body of work. And it was an EP at first, and then we just decided to double back and put some features and extra producers on the Deluxe. I produced and wrote and was the only person on the original.
It's in heavy rotation for me. Big fan of it. I haven't seen a bad review. Like all the reviews are positive. What's that like? You put your heart into a project and then to get back like all this positivity.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely heavy for me because this was around the time I was going through a transition of having my son and just really trying to figure out life. So everything I'm spitting on this project is really from the heart. So to see people react to it the way they did, and even to see artists that I looked up to growing up tapping in, letting them know that they respect what I got going on, it was just reassurance for sure.
Talk a little bit about Overrated, like what the song means and just the story behind it.
Overrated is definitely a moment for me. The Donnell Jones sample was one of my favorite top R&B albums, the Where I Wanna Be album. So me touching this, I just wanted to put my own twist on it and kind of display my perspective.
You have basically like a storyline for the videos for this. Is for like a series of videos. Why do you feel it's important to put out like such a good visual presentation with the music?
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm hands-on with all aspects, from the visual arts to the graphic arts. And I just really wanted to keep the artist's vision alive, you know what I'm saying? And really display a story that kind of narrows down what I'm talking about on a project, just in a more dramatic way. So we put together a 5-part video series. Go check that out if you haven't. It's a dope series.
Yeah, sure. It's dope. It's dope. The project comes from the heart. Like you're writing from personal experience, but you're also somebody who I've seen that you've done writing camps and you write for other artists. How does the process change when you're writing for yourself versus when you're writing for a different artist?
Right. Yeah. So I started off producing simultaneously as me being an artist, and overall, I just look at it as being a role player. Like any situation you step in, be able to adapt to it and play your role so we can get the goal accomplished at the end of the day.
What do you like better, writing for yourself, doing your own music, or actually like getting to step outside of like your world and doing something for somebody else?
I would have to say myself for sure, because of course I know what I want to talk about and I can relate to what I'm talking about because of me.
You know, everything's been crazy with the pandemic. Have you got a chance to see like your music and how people react to it in like a live setting? Like, have you had a chance to do a show or, even just do like a listening session for a group of people to see how they react to it? Because you put the music out and then the next step is touring, but everything's kind of different these days. So what's that been like for you?
Early on, we did a COVID-friendly silent listen, and that was the closest thing I got to like feeling how people feel about the project. But after that, it was all downhill. Like I couldn't perform nowhere, so I'm still looking forward to that. But I think it kind of worked in my favor because the project, I'm actually talking about something that gave the listener opportunity to actually feel where I'm coming from
and like digest the lyrics and all of that. And now everybody's ready. We're ready once things open back up. I'm sure you got shows planned and ready to go.
Most definitely, we're gonna light it up for sure.
I heard that you started, music fresh out of high school. When was like the first time that you realized like, oh, I can sing? This might be a career for me.
Even as a kid, I would always just be singing around the house, but I never really considered myself a singer, so to speak. But I would say later down the line, as my voice developed, I kind of fell into a comfortable pocket where I felt like I could take it to the next level. Because before I was kind of insecure about my voice and just trying to figure it out. I used to upload songs to MySpace and just like try to see people's reaction to it.
Was there like a moment where that insecurity kind of took a backseat and you're like, oh wait, no, like I can do this?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say shout out to puberty because it made my voice develop for sure.
And MySpace is crazy because back in the day, we used to take like people's MySpace songs and you would put that on your profile. And then that's kind of how your stuff initially spread, right?
Like girls would post it on their page and that kind of gave me the confidence to keep going.
I've read the comparison where you've been described as the Instagram era's answer to Nate Dogg. Like that's a crazy comparison. That's dope.
Yeah, that's heavy. You know, that's an OG, that's a legend. So any comparison to that is a compliment to me for sure.
I'm assuming Nate Dogg's one of your influences. Who else would you consider an influence on your sound?
Mostly artists that produce as well, like Pharrell, Kanye West. One of my sleepers is Ryan Leslie. I feel like he slept on, but yeah, I look to artists like that.
Obviously from the West Coast, you've worked with a ton of West Coast artists, Dom Kennedy, Tyga, Ty Dolla, Bino, they're all on the Deluxe edition. As far as outside of Cali artists, is Russ the first artist that you've collabed with outside of Cali?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yep. You're right on point.
And you just dropped this a couple of weeks ago. What is it? The Just for Clarity, like single pack. Yep. Talk a little bit about why you decided to just put out 2 singles.
I just want to keep my foot on their necks. You know what I'm saying? We dropped the project No Love Lost. And I just wanted to make my statement. And that's why we named it Just for Clarity. Like, I still got more to say, still much more music to come. And that was one of the Russ song was one of the songs I previewed on the vlog. A lot of people was asking for it, so it was the right time.
How did that collab come about? Because I feel like you guys are a lot alike with the hyphens. Like he's a very like do it myself, engineer my own product, produce it, be in control of the artwork and all of that. It's definitely something that you are as well. How did the collab with you two come about?
Man, he just reached out after I put out No Love Lost. He just reached out on Instagram. Like, I respect what you got going on. Keep it going. And then he sent me a song. I sent him a song. That was our first initial relationship.
So is there another collab that we're going to hear between the two of you?
Absolutely.
That's dope. You're a nice guy, I feel like, from listening to F-Boys. I'm like, this is an anthem that I like to play because I consider myself a nice guy as well. Talk a little bit about the story for F-Boys.
Yeah, I think F-Boys just really came about as far as just me being a lover boy at the end of the day.
Yep.
I'm all for the women. I'm on the women's side, so I had to show love.
See, I feel like we needed that anthem, like not the cheating and running around and doing dirt in the streets anthem, but this is like the good guy anthem that you can play and be like, nah, this is me. This is my song.
Exactly.
I saw you did, what was it called? The Cook Up web series.
Oh, yeah.
You must be a fan of good food, right?
Absolutely. You know, if it's good food, count me in.
Portland, Maine, definitely a foodie town. I'm wondering, we can get back to having get-togethers. We can do cookouts. Everybody's kind of got like that one dish that they bring to the get-together. What would be what are you bringing to the party? I'm
going to have to say tacos. Me being from LA, I love Mexican food. So I'm going to have to say some tacos. That's my go-to.
Are you picking it up for somewhere, or is it something you're making?
I'm going to make them. Yeah, we're going from scratch. Some vegan tacos, they're going to be fire.
When you get ready to go on tour, you come out to Portland, Maine. We'll show you all the good restaurants out here. But for somebody that's visiting LA, what's the one must go to spot? I'm
going to say Earl's on Crenshaw. They got some fire vegan chili cheese fries, fire burgers. It's a dope spot for sure. That's right in the hood.
So what's next for Blxst?
So right now I'm gearing up for 6-8 Part 2. That's with Bino, another project we working on. And then I'm going to double back with my debut album. That's what I'm really looking forward to this year.
One last question for you. Main state motto is the way life should be. So I ask everybody this that comes through. In your own words, what is the way life should be?
What is the way life should be? Then you caught me off guard. I think life should be filled with love.
Perfect. I like that. As simple as that. Congratulations on all the success, and thanks for taking time to talk to us up here in Maine.
Thank you for sharing your platform, bro. Much love always.